What's going on, everybody? How you doing? All right, this is another donation request. This is for Chris. This is Sleep Token Live. And what are we doing? We're doing intro and look to Windward. So what does Chris say? Chris says, the live debut of the intro song on the newest album, even in Arcadia. I don't think this is their best live song, but gives you the energy they've brought out with this new album. They went from playing on small stages for 50 people to this current stage. I saw them open for a band called Issues with maybe 150 of us if that, in 2019. Lead singer actually sounds better in his earlier shows due to the fact they were smaller venues and less noise. He still kills every show, in my opinion. There's some crazy fans that don't like mentioning his name, but he is. And then he gives the name. Oh, God. Oh, my God. He gave the famous person's name. Oh, fucking stupid. Okay. He has some beautiful, slower duet work in Backlit Canopy. Oh, I'm not supposed to know he was in that band. Oh, my God. Am I trolling enough? Go fuck yourselves. Okay. Around the time he was about 22 years old, Dusk. Oh, no, he said another. I think he was around 18 in high school. Now he's 31. Oh, God, don't say that. He's old. The rap-like element in the new album is a bit new in the last two albums compared to the first two. They're going to say that I live in my mom's basement in this fourth house that I bought. Okay. The rap-like element in the new album is a bit new in the last two albums compared to the first two. I like it personally, but I know it's not everyone's thing. Anyways, here's the link. Awesome. So, cool. My second Sleep Token live. And this is a intro and look to Windward. This was recently also. That's pretty cool. Earlier this month, or, a month ago. As I'm recording this, it was about a month ago. So here we go. Let's check it out. Let's do it. Bam. And again, fan video. This is what Matt was saying. He would have done live stuff, but it's all fan video, potato quality. This is 4K, but, fan video. It's interesting that they don't have. Do they not have any official lives or high quality stuff? I wonder why. What's up with that? Cool. Most Radiohead vibe, right? Talk about the sound, not his voice. Right, some Kid A. Not that I dislike it. They got to figure out a better way to do that drop without having to have all these people run off to fix the staging, because it messes with the effect. You know what I'm saying? With how dramatic it is. You know what I mean? Because it's like clearly dramatic, but wow. There's no keyboardist, right? It's just like a track. Okay. There it is. Talent is a myth. I wonder what he means by that. I mean, you know, Bill Evans. I mean, I had it as a quote of Bill Evans, if you know who Bill Evans is. Not the sax player. The other one. Talent is cheap, right? Meaning you have to work hard. Just because you have talent doesn't mean you just get it. You know, it may be easier for you, but it doesn't mean that, you know, you just get it. You still have to work hard. And I remember he said it because he was saying that he had to work really hard. I think it was in an interview he said it. You know, like it seems like it just comes so easily to you type of thing, you know, and it's like, no, I had to really work. There was a period where I sucked. You have to work through that. So anyways, talent is cheap. I wonder if that's what this guy means by talent is a myth. Just a different way of saying it, basically. I don't know. Anyways. It was fine. It was fine. I imagine I could probably get more of the music and get more into the music if it were more in my ear. I'm, you know, over 3,000 gigs in, and you know, I'm probably a bit deaf. So, you know, I like things like really, really in my ears, like in there. And when it's something like this, it's like, it's not in there because you're how many feet away from the stage and all this kind of thing. You know, in terms of how it looks cool, right? I mean, right? Staging looks cool, all that, right? It's got this like side of a rock, side of a cave type of look. So that's cool. Yeah, it's too bad that it's not like a higher quality in terms of, you know, if it's like official live or those types of things, you're going to get both excellent video and excellent audio usually. So it's like, you know, it's that kind of thing. But anyways, so it's cool. Something that might be cool in terms of live, you know, potato quality is if it's like the early stuff, kind of like what you were saying. You went to go and see him and there was like, it was a smaller venue, 150 people there, maybe. That would be cool to see. I think, you know, that's where I'm like, okay, that's a little bit more, I don't know. I want to say acceptable to have that kind of quality, you know, where it's like that kind of thing where it's like something like this. This is such a production. You would assume that they professionally videotaped it at some point and would release it as a DVD or, you know, release it as, you know, just on their YouTube or whatever, you know, just different things like that. Release it as their own content. But anyways, I mean, it's whatever. You could do what you want. But yeah, where things where it's like when they're smaller, that's where it's really, and they're just out there grinding it out. Yeah, that's where people videotaping those kind of shows, that's where it's like, oh yeah, this is great. I'm just like, who cares what the quality is? I'm just glad we have it. I always take that, you know, people that have been here before know that I say that because it's just, it's how I feel. It's like, man, at least we have this. Like, yeah, okay, it's rough, like it's a potato and maybe it doesn't sound that great, but at least we have it because it's cool. This, when you see it, you know, it's hard to know. It's hard to know what's real and what's not real, basically. Like, this could super easily be fully a recording. And you just wouldn't know. It's like, oh, but the drummer's playing the drums. Yeah, okay, the drummer can be playing and hitting the drums and playing along to a recording. I don't know if you've ever done gigs like that. I have, you know, so it's like, you know, it's a real thing, you know, or singing along to it, but there's a recording that you're singing along, you know, just all of that. Again, I have, right? Especially at this level, right? And I'm not saying that I've, you know, I'm saying that I've done gigs with, you know, tens of thousands of people there or 10,000 people there or whatever, where it's some big theater or big place, and that's how they do it because that's how they choose to do it. It's just, you know, it's a choice. And I'm sure that everybody that is soft or whatever is going to get offended instead of just listening to me. I'm not actually trying to, you know, I'm not trying to slander or anything like that. You know, I'm just saying I can't tell if this is real or not. You have no idea. There's nothing that shows me, that tells me that, like, okay, this is definitely real. They're definitely doing it. That's not to say that they're not. They totally could be. They totally could be. But it's hard to know. You know, it's hard to know. It's like, what is real? So anyways, I'm not going to harp on that. It was still, again, it was still cool. I feel like I would probably just at this stage of the game, for me, just check out more of the recordings because I don't know their music a lot. Yeah, that was one thing that I thought was sloppy, was that whole, the drop. Right? Because it drops and it's like, oh yeah, this is sick. But then you just have all these people running out and having to like handle it. And it's like, it takes away. Because now what I'm looking at is that guy running across the stage, right? I'm looking at all that stuff. I'm looking at the guys who are like trying to get these gigantic sheets or whatever the hell they are, right, off of the stage, getting them off whatever stuff, monitors or whatever is in the front of the stage, that dude running up, right? I'm looking at like background stuff as opposed to like just being in awe of like the set and the band and the music and right, all that stuff. So I mean, hopefully that's not how this looked every show that they did on this tour or whatever. I don't know if the tour is still happening or whatever, since this is pretty recent. But to me, I'm like, man, that's kind of sloppy. like you couldn't, like other bands do this, right? Where it's like the sheet drops, the curtain drops or whatever. And it's just done in a way where, you know, 4 guys don't need to run onto the stage to handle it. I don't know. It takes the effect away. Because again, I'm like looking at, you're making me pay attention to things that I shouldn't be paying attention to. You know what I mean? There's no way I'm not going to be paying attention to like, oh, there's just this dude that just ran on the stage. He's not in the band. What the, you know, is there a problem? You know, like stuff like that. So anyways, nitpicking, you know, it's cool. He like shakes a lot, right? He not only like with his one hand, but also with the mic a little bit, which is kind of weird. And again, like you're not really hearing that, but it's a little bit weird to me. I mean, you know, it's visual, it's a show. I'm nitpicking now. Does he just do it with his right hand? Because he didn't do it that whole time when the mic was in his left hand, but he's doing it now. Does he have a thing with his right hand where it has to shake? The music is, you know, I'm cool with the music. I am. There's nothing that I've heard so far that I don't like. So I've only heard, what, 5? This is my 5th original of his that I've heard, I think. I'm cool with the music. I like it. I like the mixture. I like the heavy, you know. I like the kind of poppiness, you know, in parts, all that. I dig it. All right, there it is. Sorry if I offended anybody, or if anybody is a little bit sensitive to my words. I'll try better next time. All right, thank you guys. I'll catch you in the next video. Later.